Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of The Farewell. The Farewell is a based on true story event that follows the story of Billy, a Chinese American girl who heads back to China with her immediate family for a wedding. However, the wedding is actually just a guise to be a cover up and excuse for all of the extended family to come home and be around and visit with Nai Nai, or grandmother, once they all learn she has cancer. But as a family, they have opted not to tell her she has cancer. Instead, use the wedding as a good excuse to spend some time with her before what they see as an inevitable passing. This leads to Billy struggling internally and morally with what it means to tell a good lie and how she feels about that, and if she'll be able to actually go through with it. So at my screening, they handed out these awesome little shirts because I just love this. Material is really soft, but more importantly, I love this bright blue color. And then you flip it on over to the back and we have the farewell, of course. I was very excited to see The Farewell. First of all, I thought the trailer was really, really good. It was impactful. It told the story it needed to tell through a trailer and got me very excited to see the film. Not to mention, the buzz coming out of Sundance was through the roof. Insanely high praise coming out of the film festival. But way more than any type of buzz, the real reason that I was so excited to see this film was that I have a really close personal connection to my own grandmother. So automatically I saw this trailer and felt a personal connection to the subject matter. Now, I grew up with my grandma quite literally. She raised me for a good portion of my life, and I'm so close to her. And I love her so much. She's basically the person who introduced me to my love of movies, and now as I venture on this crazy movie reviewing journey, she attends pretty much every single film with me. We see all the movies together. Whether it be the advanced screenings or we're going there on opening night, we share this passion that just deepens our relationship more than the love that has always already been there. Plus, in recent years, we've really gotten into shirts and movie shirts, finding shirts that match the themes for the film we're going to see, shirts of the movies and the characters we're going to go watch, putting together outfits, like decking ourselves out to go watch movies together. And it's just like a fun extra layer, something fun for us to do in this insane film hobby that just brings us even closer together. I have to say, watching the film, I was there. I was connected. It choked me up. It got me. I loved this movie so much. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, I need to give credit to Lulu Wang, who is the writer and director of this film, because the script is stellar, like a perfect script. The dialogue was all so natural, it flowed. These people, these characters all felt real. Like you honestly did feel as if you were there with this family, experiencing these conversations and these moments, and it just felt like a slice of life. So good and so authentic, and the direction itself was beautifully done. The cinematography was beautiful. The editing was so well done. All the technical aspects of this film were great. The score and that music used was amazing. And then we get over to those actors, and Aquafina is stellar in this movie. She is amazing in this film. So nice to see her give a performance that has moments of comedic value and bring in some of that persona we've come to know from her. But honestly, it is such a deep, layered, subtle, and beautiful performance from her. I was blown away. And then we have Shuzhen Zhao, who plays Nai Nai, the grandmother. She was so good. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful performance. And really, what sells this film is she feels like everybody's grandmother. She feels like, again, somebody you know, and a grandmother you've experienced and seen, maybe even your own grandmother. And her connection with Aquafina's Billy was amazing. They let them have time and conversation and moments to really show you how close her bond was, even if they are an ocean away. halfway across the globe in China and the United States. The film establishes and reaffirms, cements, and then affirms once again how close their bond is regardless. And it just makes the entirety of the film more impactful. And for me personally, helped me really relate to the relationship and the bond that was there. I also really enjoyed the more philosophical discussions between the family about the lie and about what they were doing and why they were doing it and what was going on there. Plus, I loved the cultural aspects of it, whether it be the dynamic between the American family, the Japanese family, and the Chinese family, or just living in with this Chinese familiar structure. I thought all of the cultural elements worked fantastically. The movie does a great job of balancing the humor and the emotion and the serious notes. We'll get really heavy with the stuff, obviously. But then we have moments of humor that you're not expecting. They don't come out of left field necessarily, and they're not like yuck yuck kind of jokes. They fit into the moment, but help to alleviate some of the deep sorrow that's going on all around. And then when we're having a good time, we'll kind of go into moments of, wait a minute, we are still dealing with these people handling the knowledge that their mother and their grandmother, their family member, the person that they love, has cancer and is probably going to die soon. And it's just balanced beautifully. Again, the script does an amazing job. Movie is heartfelt, it's funny, it hits on every single emotion. The tender moments are so good. The small interactions are so organic and beautiful to experience. Pretty much everything about this movie is stellar. So what didn't work quite as well with The Farewell? Well, really the only thing I could think were some of the side characters. There's a really interesting dynamic with Billy's parents and the rest of the family. And we get those moments, we get those spurts, but there's just enough there that teases and makes you want to know more about these characters as well and how they fit into this grand scheme of the family. But we never get there. And there's a lot of interesting side characters who get great moments to shine, especially as actors. But of course, our main focus is with Billy and her grandmother. Thus, as interesting and as fun as some of these moments are, it always would have been nice to explore some of these side characters just a bit. Also, the wedding. Because you're left still a little bit confused. It's clearly a facade. The groom is very clearly in on what's happening. The bride does not speak Chinese, so I don't know if she knows what's happening. I don't know if she is going along with it and has been explained. They really make that unclear. I mean, you assume she does, but they play her off as like completely clueless. It's like, what is this wedding? They make it seem so much like it's just this facade and excuse at the beginning. And then as we go through, it's just like, oh my gosh, what are the ramifications of this wedding? What is going on? What do her family think? There's just a lot of questions about the wedding itself. And then the very last shot, I think maybe could have been a different shot. It was fine. I thought it was symbolic and a nice ending, but I wish we had just taken it a little bit of an extra step for a more human symbolism. I did love the very end. There's like a little bonus clip before the credits roll. That was amazing. But the end shot of the film proper, I thought could have been a bit stronger and more impactful. But overall, honestly, those are nitpicks. This film was amazing. It's already one of my favorite films I've experienced this year. I connected to it on such a deep and personal level. This is probably the closest I've gotten to be choked up in a movie theater for a human subject film. Usually it's animal movies that get me right on the edge, and this is probably the closest I've gotten to, not being cold and heartless in the theater with a human film in quite some time. So overall, The Farewell is fantastic, and once it starts showing in a theater near you, please go see it. It is funny, it is heartwarming, it is heartbreaking, it will run you through all the gambits of the emotion, but it's so well executed that I think you'll have a really good time watching it. And if you're close to your grandma like me, this is a must-watch. Just bring the tissues. So that is my review of The Farewell. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see The Farewell? And what is your favorite film about grandparents? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!